At first, I thought, what's this got to do with nomad life, um, living in an RV or a van? And I thought, hey, there's probably a lot of old codgers like me out there who might be suffering from these ailments. Maybe it'll help. Okay, for I don't know, 8 to 10 years or so, I've been suffering from these migraine headaches every evening to some degree, 3 or 4 times a week. Really, really awesome migraine starting in, this side of my head, very mild, and then building up, going right up to the top, and from here all the way down my left side of my face to the back of my neck. And would last for 45 minutes or so, sometimes excruciating. I felt like ramming my head through a wall. And I discovered, everybody said, it's dehydration, and drink water, drink water, drink water. Well, I don't like water that much, unless it's got coffee in it, or tea, or whiskey, or, you know. Um, I only drink filtered water. I don't touch tap water. I don't take pills. So, pain pills or whatever. I have an herbal remedy that helps a lot, but um, yeah, filtered water or distilled water. That's what I make my tea, my coffee, make my soups with it. That's what I drink. Very rare I'll take tap water if it's well water or something, you know, I would boil it if I think it's from a natural source. But anyway, so these headaches, um, dehydration. Well, a couple of years ago, I was forced to spend the winter in Jamaica, which was beautiful, by the way. But I discovered coconut water, real coconut water, where they take the machete and cut the thing off, put a straw in, drink it. Man, I loved it. It was really good. So since then, um, at home here, um, down in the States up here, I search the supermarkets whenever I'm shopping. I always try and buy a couple of liters of the really natural 100% coconut water, no additives. It's usually pretty expensive, like 3 to 5, even $6 a liter, um, a quart down there, and um, really helps. Sometimes I feel the headache coming on. I chug down some coconut water, half a liter or more, and it wouldn't really come on. It would kind of fade away, and this is cool, but it's expensive. Anyway, last month I'm in I'm in the doctor's office to get surgery done on my hand. It's kind of surgery. Um, I have which started about 6 years, 7 years ago. Dupuytren's Dupuytren's contraction. If anybody heard of it or know of it, usually it strikes men over 60 of Northern European descent. And what happens is these, for me anyway, it starts with a little nub on your palm of your hand, and then all of a sudden, over time, your fingers start closing up on you. So you're like this all the time, and you got these 3 fingers. These wouldn't stretch out. So I went to a surgeon, and he did what they call needling. He shoves a needle into the cords and praise them, and eventually, um, after it releases the cords, so your fingers kind of straighten out. So now I can do this. Before I couldn't go any further, than this. Now I can, open it. I couldn't pick up things very well because I only had the three fingers. So, but now it's almost completely back to normal. I can go back, like I said, and do it again, and if I'm not happy with the amount that it's gone back. Anyway, so that's good. I'm in the office, um, and I started getting a headache waiting for the doctor, and my head started to pound, and I went, uh-oh. So I went up to the receptionist, and I said, can I get some bottled water anywhere in the building? And she said, yeah, you can get it down on the next floor or whatever. Um, and she said, what's the problem? I said, oh, I got this horrible headache. And she says, oh, yeah, you need water. You need water. And I went, yeah, I know. That's what I've been told for years. I said, she says, well, don't you drink anything? I said, oh, I drink coffee all day long. And she says, coffee, that's it, caffeine. It's a diuretic. You're not retaining the water. Your body's going in your system and flushing out or whatever. And, it's Terry Kath. I love his guitar playing. Where was I? Where was I? Oh yes, caffeine. But she said, quit the coffee, tea, just drink water and juices and stuff. And I went, yeah, I know, I've been told that. So finally, I love coffee. I just love coffee, and I'm always having a coffee. I'm drinking coffee all day long because I smoke, and I love to have a coffee with my cigarette. So I know, smoking. I don't want to get into that discussion. Except I found these. I would have quit smoking 30 years ago because of the price of cigarettes. Up here in Canada, you're lucky if you can buy a pack for $10. And but about 30 years ago, somebody turned me on to a source of cheap cigarettes, and I've been smoking them ever since. But when I'm down in the States, for $1.30 a pack, you can smoke these. They call them cigars. It takes a bit of getting used to, but after a while, they're all right. So and I smoke half as many cigarettes now because if you're not sucking on them, they go out. You put them down, they go out. You hold them in your hand, they go out. So subsequently, every cigarette I have lasts me about half an hour. So I found that I've smoked, instead of smoking a pack a day, which I have since the 70s, I'm only smoking a half a pack a day now. Um, they're about $1.20, $1.30 down in the States for a pack. I like them. When I come back to Canada, I found them here too. So I can smoke them here too. They're $1.60 a pack here. I used to get my cigarettes for $1.50 a pack, but now that I've grown to enjoy these, they're $1.60 a pack. So anyway, back to the coffee. Finally, I thought, well, decaf coffee, I guess I can try that. But this still got caffeine in it a little bit. So I started mixing. I got decaf. And then I remember when I was a kid, My mother used to give me post them. She'd have a coffee, and I'd want to have a coffee too, So, but she wouldn't let me have it because it's an adult drink, not good for you, la da da. So she bought this thing called Postum, and what it was a grain um, made from wheat, and barley, and rye, and chicory, and all that stuff. It's a powder. You put it in, you make it just like a coffee. Add cream and sugar, whatever you do, and it tastes a lot like coffee. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it. I started mixing it with my decaffeinated coffee, and after a week or so, I just switched over to it. Um, can't find Postum anywhere. So, but I found two other brands, and they taste the same. They've got no caffeine at all. It's so now I'm drinking same amount of coffee I used to drink, but it's not coffee. Cal Lib, and there's another one, Barrow. Barrow had a better deal, price wise. Most of them, you can find that on Amazon. Look at $40 for a Canadian for a large jar. So anyway, I've been drinking only my no-cal coffee imitation drink for about 3 weeks now, and I haven't had a headache. Not one. I'm sure it's 3 weeks. Not one. So all the naysayers, it's right. You need to drink lots of water. But if you don't like water, you don't want to drink coffee because of the caffeine, because it just dehydrates you, so it makes it worse. You can drink this stuff. Anyway, it's been 3 weeks. I haven't had one headache. So that obviously is the problem. Drink lots and lots of water if you like it, or switch your coffee and tea to a non-caffeine imitation. So there you are. If you have any questions about migraines or Dupuytrens, feel free to comment below with your questions. I'll answer them if I can. Subscribe, ring that bell. See you when I'm in Beaverton. Oh yeah, alcohol dehydrates, so quit drinking. Water and lime, lemon, club soda, lime and lemon, probably good. Anyway, there was this Newfoundlander. He came from Newfoundland to Ontario. He was staying in a place in Toronto, but he's looking for a job. He needed a job. So he sees a sign on the apartment building. It says handyman wanted to assist superintendent. Oh good, he goes. That's great. He goes in, knocks on the door, superintendent answers, yes, I'm looking for the superintendent. He says, I'm the superintendent. I'm applying for the job you got on the window there, handyman. That's me, bye. And the superintendent goes, yeah, okay, well, come on in, I'll interview you. So they sit down, and he says, okay, number one, um, you have any experience with plumbing? Can you fix a leaky pipe or tap or something like that? We have that happens sometimes. He goes, no, no, can't say that I have. I'm a fisherman, by. Um, not much call for plumbing work on fishing boat, but I'm handy. And the superintendent goes, do you, okay, well, you any good at carpentry? He says, no, well, I can patch a hole in a boat if I have to. But no, I wouldn't say I'm good with carpentry. But I'm handy. And the superintendent says, do you know anything about electricity? Like, can you fix a broken light switch or change a fuse? And the newfie goes, no, can't say. We never really had electricity at home. But I'm handy. I can learn all that stuff. Superintendent goes, I don't understand why you're applying for this job, because if you don't know how to plumbing or electricity or carpentry, you know, why apply for this job? And the newfie goes, Bartender and Jesus, but I only live across the street. How handy can you get?
Thank you very much.